Hey everybody, today I'm talking about the Merchants of Muziris. Now this was a Kickstarter game. I think it was from maybe last year or early 2019. I've just had it fulfilled and I've played it a few times now and I want to share my thoughts. So it's a small box game. It plays 2 to 4 players, takes about 30 minutes to play. It can take a smidgen more or a smidgen less. And that's because the game is extremely variable. There's kind of different end game triggers you can put into the game. There's different setups and stuff like that. And I guess also playing on the player count, that's going to kind of stretch the gameplay a bit if you're playing at the higher player count, that is. So what is the Merchants of Muziris? It's designed by John Clowdus, who I believe he's quite a prolific designer, but I've not actually played any of his games apart from this one. It's a trading style game where you're kind of collecting different resources and selling them off. It's got a smidgen of worker placement in it as well, almost more like action selection. So what you're going to do is you're going to accumulate different goods cards, and I think there's like 10 or 12 different types of cards here. So you've got your different spices and your different fruits and stuff like that, as you'd expect with a trading game. And you are basically trying to sell them off in order to get points. You know, you've got a bit of a set collection method. If you're selling one card off, you're going to get a lot worse return as if you're selling 3 cards at a time and stuff like that. But the cool thing about this is that not only are you trying to use these cards for the points value, and obviously the winner of the game is going to be the player with the most points or coins at the end of the game, but also every card or every good type has got a unique ability on them as well. So they're kind of multi-use cards, and it's so well put together because all you do on your turn is you use your little action marker to use one of these different merchants that's on the board, or these different characters that's on the board. And they can be simple things such as maybe pick up one of the cards on the market row, because the market row just consists of 4 cards that everybody can see. You can either sell goods as I said, by collecting a set of cards and bidding them off and getting the points in return. Also, you can discard a card either from your hand or from the market to use that lower half of the card's ability. And those abilities is what really adds the flavour to the game, because they maybe let you take several cards from the row, or they let you maybe pick up one of your orders and use it again, or stuff like that. And just the fact that you have to have that 2 kind of parallel or pulling mechanisms where you want to use the ability, but you also want the points that's on the card, and you can't do both, is a really cool decision to be made. Now, if I had to compare this to another game, I'd say maybe it's a bit like Jaipur. Now, Jaipur is an extremely popular 2-player trading style game, but I say if you played Jaipur and you want an extra wrinkle to it, you want a bit more thought that goes into it, this is definitely one to check out. It has that next layer of interaction, a little bit layer of meaningful decisions to be made. It's not quite as breezy, although it does have a very nice flowy feel to it. You just have to stop and think about your decisions just a little bit more. I also love the fact that when you do choose these different kind of characters to use that turn, the opponents can't use it either. So you're locking them out on doing what they want to do potentially. And any kind of character that isn't used during that turn accumulates coins on them, which means that next time they are used, the player who does use it gets those coins in return. So yeah, that's basically how the game flows. You're just going to use one of these characters' abilities and just do what you need to do. You've got a hand limit, which is pretty flexible. I think you can hold 10 cards, and I think you'd never really need that many. So they're very generous on what you can have in your hand, sorry. I said one of the cool things about this game is the different setups you can do, because you've got different end game triggers, such as maybe if you want to play a short game, you can have like the first to get to 20 coins, or you can do the first to get to 6 orders, or maybe the first, you've got to get through the whole deck when the game ends. So there's loads of different setups you can do depending on the kind of feel you want on the game. And you're going to have your 3 basic characters out as well, which, as I said, is the one that lets you discard cards and use the abilities, the one that lets you fulfill your orders, and the one who lets you pick up a card from the market. But you've also got different characters you put in maybe randomly, or you can choose what you want, and they rapidly do change the game, or they massively change the game, because they all have a very different feel to them, and sometimes the way they synergize with the actual scenario of the game or the end game scoring of the game, it just massively changes the feel and the way you approach the game. Really clever, and for such a small, simple card game, this game has a surprising amount of bite to it. And I was absolutely really surprised by it. I was just massively pleasantly surprised. I mean, I said I took a bit of a punt on this one because I like small card games, I like trading games. You know, this is not a take that style game. It's just a nice, breezy, fast flowing game with, you know, a nice, you know, still a good amount of decisions, but still no pressure, no, you know, nothing to rack your brains over. But yeah, this game has a fantastic balance of being a filler, but still having some substance to it. It's almost like a filler plus game. I know I've played games that lasted as short as 10 minutes, but as long as half an hour. So yeah, this is one really to check out if you like your small games, you like your filler games, you like your trading games. As I said, if you like games like Jaipur or Byzance, yeah, this is definitely one to try because I think you will enjoy it. The artwork of the game is absolutely stunning on this new version by Colossal Games. Yeah, I'm really impressed by the way the game looks. The card stock is fantastic. The money you use in the game is really well done. I'm just absolutely, really, like I said, just pleasantly surprised, really blown away by what this little product is. The different strategies you can take in the game, the different cards, you know, they're very well balanced because, you know, the more powerful abilities are worth more points, so you have to weigh up that decision. The flow of the game is excellent. The interaction of the game, you know, by taking things that other players want, such as the worker or the cards that they want, is, you know, it's there, so turn order is important. You've also got different abilities that let you kind of manipulate turn order by maybe being first player twice, which is so important because you get 2 actions if you're first player. So yeah, that's another meaningful decision. Again, it looks nice, production is amazing, the setup takes no time at all. So again, if you want a fast but meaningful filler game with a charming theme, great production, great artwork, try the Merchants of Muziris. I think this is kind of, well, I'm a little bit concerned that this is going to fly a bit under the radar and not get the credit it deserved because I think the Kickstarter wasn't massively successful. Obviously it was fulfilled and it, you know, a lot of people did back it, but I think more people are going to enjoy this, or more people could enjoy this than potentially are going to enjoy this. So check it out. That's Merchants of Muziris. It gets a very good rating from me, in fact, which, you know, is not often given for a game of this size. So yeah, I do think highly of it, and I'm really looking forward to playing it more and experiencing all the different setups. So if you have enjoyed the review, please hit like and subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos too. For everyone else, I'll see you next time on Chairman of the Board. Bye.